Ladies and gentlemen, before I get into this episode, I just want to let you know I'm pushing for that 400 sub mark, and when I get there, it's not going to be a time frame, it's going to be a win. I'm painting this sucker. So any kind of color you want to see in this beard, yeah, you let me know in the comments below. But now into the video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We got some things to cover here for you today. First off, the one thing I forgot to mention the last time is, if I go to the season preview, we are actually expected to finish third in the league. Not too shabby compared to previous seasons when normally I've seen us, or not Portsmouth, but any other team that I've played is usually way down the list. But with that, I wanted to get quickly into the transfers. I've got one in, one out, and that's all we got. So Paul Downing has officially left. He has gone to Charlton. I had to pay $8,000. Still pissed about that. But overall, I mean, he had some good numbers. I was not unhappy if he decided to stay. But at the same time, I wanted to bring in kind of a younger player who maybe gets some playing time in here and there, but with great potential. And I might have found him. Ben Tricker. I've never heard of him. But apparently he was at Harrow Road? Is that what it is? But at Fulham from 19 to 20, Watford 17 to 19. So he's had some sort of Premier League club experience or thereabouts, even though he's just kind of sitting there watching all the other players train that are older than him. But still, Ben Tricker came in on a trial basis for a single week and actually did pretty fantastic in one of our friendlies. And I figured might as well bring him in. And if you look, I know, star-wise, it is what it is. I will always look at it, even though I shouldn't. Current ability is only 1.5 star. Potential ability is 3 to 4 stars, so not too bad. I mean, heading, marking, tackling, positioning as a defender is kind of, at this level, 11 and 13, 12. You know, it's not too shabby already at 19 years of age. So I'm very happy with that. Jumping reach, he is a tall boy. Again, I mean, we're not looking too great at the numbers, but still, pace, stamina, natural fitness isn't bad, but still, I mean, he's got a lot to work on. But so far, I'm actually pretty happy that he's come in. Schedule-wise, so first off, I have no idea why this entire screen looks really hazy. I don't know if that's just the way it's supposed to look, or I've done something and that I shouldn't have, but it is what it is. So as you can see, we finished out the friendly season very well, only conceding 4 goals and racking up a whop load of them. The one thing you'll notice is these two teams are, I think they're Skybet League 2. So we should have won probably more than 2-1. Makes me a little nervous for when the actual season starts. However, Go Sport and Bognor Regis, or Regis, however you pronounce that, don't even have a league associated with them. So we should have crushed them the way we did. However, this is where Ben Tricker comes in. And you can see he had a 7.8. Fantastic. I mean, again, you're supposed to whop these players. I don't know what I'm using. You're supposed to crush these players or these teams when you're so far ahead of them. But a new boy coming in just a couple of days before, 7.8, very happy with his performance. Decided to give him a contract, and here he is. He is our at least 4th or 5th choice. However, when you're looking at tactics, this is pretty much what we've been using. In the last 2 friendlies, these guys were pushed up, not that far. Not that far. There's still some freaking issues with this game. So these 2 were pushed up that far. I mean, I knew because they were so much lower level teams than us, there's no reason why we couldn't push those guys up. And that's, I'm assuming, why we crushed them. However, that's not what we're going to be doing here. But if we do go to the Catenaccio style, which I haven't really played with since Tottenham, you can see we are going to need some defending in there. So he is going to get some bench time, at least, if not a game here and there, maybe a couple cups. So the last match of this entire round, and the one right past the friendly season, I should have probably brought to you, 5-0 against Leyton Orient, who is in the 2nd tier, or the 3rd tier, League 2, and we absolutely crushed them, no question. 7s and up across the board, except for Turnbull. And I forgot to tell you that Turnbull came in because McGillivray is on international duty with Scotland right now. Estimated return date on the 9th, so in a couple days. But kind of needed him, especially with Alex Bass just returning from injury. They wanted to throw him in there, but I mean, between 11 days and 3 weeks is when he's expected back. So I wasn't going to push it. Kind of a pain right now. So with all that said and done, we are going to get into this match. I have zero clue how West Ham under-23s are going to perform against Portsmouth. It says here that we are odds-on favorite, 11-8 to win. I have zero idea how this is going to go. I've never seen an under-23s perform, so we will see. So before we move on, we have to name our captain and vice captain. I'm actually going to leave them the way they are. Tom Naylor, no question about it. I have no problems with him. Lee Brown is probably going to be more of a fringe player like he is listed. But 13 and 14, I don't know. I just don't know who these players are. So I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'm going to say Gallon recommends that Lee Brown is kept at vice president. Vice captain, you can see it. We just went through elections. So it's all in my brain. But I'm going to leave it the way it is. We're going to get into this game in a day. Oh, the Carabao Cup draw is today. Draw all teams. I can't be bothered with that. So Portsmouth at Cambridge, League 2 again. So it looks like we hopefully will be moving on again. Cambridge United, not too shabby. Cousins comes in. We had a new player. Jordan Cousins has agreed to join the club. Let's take a look at him quickly. You can see, well, I mean, some of his numbers aren't great. 16 to 20 determination, natural fitness, pace. I mean, his physicals are freaking great. Strength is 11. Okay. We needed a midfield player. We needed that box-to-box player. Teamwork 13 to 16. 18 work rate. Damn. Go Stoke. But I'm going to bring him in, and it looks like he is going to be in on a Portsmouth deal. Well, it's only a loan. Okay. See, this is new, is you get to throw in, training-wise, additional focus, positions, intensity, all that. But for right now, I'm going to leave it the way it is. I definitely need to register him on the team and get him a number. So with Jordan Cousins coming in, I just was reminded of another annoying thing in this game is we have an American on the team. Duncan Turnbull. Right here. He's unhappy because he's pretty much expecting, and we're expecting, that he's not going to get a work permit. So he cannot play at all. I've kept him out of the squad sheets. I've kept him out of everything. He's played in a couple friendlies. That's about it. However, as you can see, I had a chat with Duncan Turnbull earlier today, and the player's worried about his work permit and feels that he will be unable to play for the club. But what's weird is when you say discuss issue with Turnbull, this is what showed up. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I've had no choice to actually say anything to him. There was no options to speak to him. There was nothing. All I could do was return to the summary, which threw me right back to, and I couldn't do anything. So I've kept him out of the squad. I've kept him out of the entire season. He's on our books. I don't know if I've tried to release him, like do a mutual termination, and he said, no, I kind of want to stay. I don't get it. So there are still some bugs that are being looked through here and there, but let's finally get into the game. So this is the new tactical screen. This is kind of the pre-match. This is what our assistant manager thinks we should do and everything. Not too bad. Balanced to cautious, though, worries me a little. I don't know what 11 to 8 is. I've never been good on the numbers, but I don't know. I mean, so I'm getting a little worried about this game. So this is what our team sheet looks like today. Unfortunately, I do have to throw Marquis to the bench. I don't really have another striker that I feel comfortable enough. Ace Stanley, not so much. Only 19 years old. So he's on the bench, even though he is slightly injured. He should be back in training. He was only supposed to miss a day or two. The benefit, though, or the good thing, I should say, not the benefit, is McGillivray is back. So he is in goal. I don't have to worry about that. I'm starting to realize that there's two. Well, I'm hoping I have the midfield settled. We'll see. I might need another player. I don't know. We'll see how Naylor does, plus all the backups. But I don't have another real player for this DL role. So I might have to go into what I always go into and get the DR-DL kind of combo, or I retrain one of my DR people as a DL as well, just so that I have that sort of backup. But as you can see, here's the roles today. McGillivray, Brown, Nicolaisen, Whatmout, Johnson, Cousins, Naylor, Curtis, Cannon, Harness, and Hayawula. Hayawula. So let's go. So this is kind of the post-team selection screen, obviously. But it's kind of cool where you can see the tact. You can see that Harness not in agreement. His individual instructions dribble more, suit his personal trait, runs more, whatever. I can't read today. I'm having issues anyway recording. But you can see those who, like the tactics that we're using and things like that. Ronan Curtis is concerned. He lacks tactical familiarity with the formation. I don't know why, because we've been training it for a little while. That's a little problematic. But that's pretty cool. You can see where they go. I wish they kind of gave you that beforehand and said, oh, well, I want to go with a 4-2-3-1. Oh, well, Curtis has kind of an issue with it. So maybe you don't do that. But kind of after the fact, it's kind of a pain in the ass. But let's see. Naylor starts clearly enjoying his soccer at the moment. So I do like the screen. I really do. It's really well done. A really good push in with the socials and kind of, hey, this is what your social group is thinking about your starting 11. So I love it. I'm still not seeing a use for the gestures. Because every time I do a gesture, like our assistant coach said, where's that dude going in the middle? But they were supposed to be doing, our assistant coach is saying we should be winning this comfortably. You would think with a real pump of the fist or something along those lines that people would be fired up. Never works. But when I do no gesture, it works. So there's still a lot to be said about not just doing a gesture at all so far. So 27 minutes in, my shout worked on a couple people. You can see we've got some 7s already, which is nice to see. However, goalkeeper 6'5", that really doesn't mean anything. It should tell you at some point, I guess, later on that he hasn't had much to deal with or something along those lines. Halftime already. That was pretty freaking quick. You can see they've had 2 yellows already, 17 and 45. But still. So if I do no gesture, I'm not happy with your performance out there. You get greens across the board. Gestures for right now, I don't plan to use them. I don't see that they do anything right now. Ooh, harness. So Brown with a free kick. Rasmus Nikolaisen with a goal in the 68th minute. First goal of the season. Defender. Danish defender, if you must say. But where did he come from? And this dude, Longelo. So Pompey up 1-0. Of course, they have the ball right back, but we do steal it. Harness to Naylor, over to Cannon, passing it back up to Watmock. I mean, are you guys... I mean, I'm fine if you kept it for another 30 minutes, but we know that's not going to happen. 30 minutes? Where's my time going? Nikolaisen, Naylor, Cannon, passing it up finally across the halfway line. And as I said, Johnson, come on, guys. I don't know why the highlight. So what's with the highlight? Seems to be, Harness finally getting it up past the quarter mark. I don't know what I'm saying at all. Harness! In all my absolute babble, we've got some serious legs that pump these balls up. Watmaw, fantastic ball. Harness just skirts around both the keeper and his defender. And with a fantastic low angle shot, it's 2-0. However, I don't know what that screen was. Why are you showing me? Is it when I do this? Okay. I didn't know what the hell it was telling me. So I'm going to do some more subs. So it looks like we are going to win 2-0 over West Ham under-23s. I probably shouldn't have feared them as much as I did. However, what kind of pass was that? And granted, the game's not over yet. But still, there we go. Now it's over. He's going to do that. So we do finally win 2-0. Nikolaisen with an 8.6. Look at our back 3 out of 4. Yeah, okay. Johnson and previous. But 8-4, 8-6, 8-5. Cousins on his debut gets a 7-2. I'm actually not too unhappy about that. I mean, I didn't even think he was going to play because he literally just came in the day before. So as you can see, we are first in the group. We got several games to go, but one played. We'll see how Colchester and Southend do at some other date. So that's where I'm going to leave it right now. That's the only match, unfortunately. I got a whole bunch of other stuff. It's late at night. I got to edit this. I've got to edit a couple more things for the week. So I'm going to leave it at there. I'm going to leave it at one match. Next time, hopefully, I'm going to start doing the 2 matches again and just progress through the season as quickly as I can. But that is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I am Sefian. Take care and enjoy.